Hello guys, greetings, welcome to Planet and Alien here on YouTube. Hello, I hope you guys are all having a great day. Spread that positivity, man. We're gonna have a great day. Today's a great day. You know, I'm keeping it positive. Let's be positive. Alright, so, let's get into this video because that's what the whole point of this is, right? A video. About what though? Well, I'm guessing you already know from the title, which is why you clicked on it, because of Riverdale! Ah! Well, more importantly, Choni and Barchie. Yeah. Oh, wait. Not Choni. Choni. Sorry. Choni. You know what? I'm sorry. Okay. I say Choni. Okay. I didn't know it was Choni. Like, thank you to my girl on Twitter, Nikki, because she gave me the video where, you know, Madeline basically said, it's not Choni, it's Choni. And I'm like, okay. Got it. I'm going to start doing that now because, I don't know, Choni just seemed like, I don't know, you know, you hear, I don't know, it just sounded like Choni, you know, that just, I don't know, Choni, it just kind of went viral thing. I don't, you know, I never really thought Choni, you know, I don't know, but makes sense. So, let's get into this video about Barchie and Choni. Now, first, before I get into this video, I just recently did a Riverdale plot holes video, you know, basically delving into some of the weird things that were never exactly explained and still aren't and just don't make sense, don't really add up. And I have a few others that came to mind. And also on Twitter, I told people, like, if they have any, please give me some. My girl Kimberly did, you know. And so I got another one, and I just want to tell you guys, because if you guys have any, like, plot holes for Riverdale or any, like, storylines that never really finished or, like, gave you the ending that you expected, like, what the hell's going on here, you know, please feel free to tell me, because I'm going to be making another video about the plot holes in Riverdale. I mean, it's no hate, it's just like, what the hell, like, how does Hal kill Midge and no one's safe? Asked, make a Choni video on what you love about it and what you want to happen in season 3 for the couple, and how we still haven't seen all of the Choni deleted scenes. She also wanted me to do a video on what I think will happen in season 3 with Barchie and Choni. Okay. Ugh, Choni, I keep calling it Choni. Choni. It's gonna be hard to get used to Choni. Okay, Choni. What I love about Choni, I mean, I love that Cheryl is bisexual. Like, I love that. Like, I really, really, really love that. Because out of all the characters, I never would have thought Cheryl, you know, like, not saying that there's a certain type, like, you can see and be like, oh, they're gay, or oh, they're bi. But, like, I never thought out of all the characters they would pick her to be bisexual, but it makes the most sense. It really does. And it also gives us some backstory with her mother and how she had this friend and how her mom just completely made her cut her out of her life. And, you know, it kind of gives an explanation to Cheryl and her home life even more and kind of why she is the way she is. I'm sure it's not easy also hiding feelings for girls because you can't exactly express them without your mom locking you up in a mental institution. So, yeah. That's an A+ from her mother on parenting. But no, I just love that Cheryl is bisexual. Like, I just love out of every character she is. It makes so much sense. Like, and it's so interesting to see someone like Cheryl who's so, like, you know how she is. She can be a bitch. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, yeah, sometimes she has her moments where she goes a little too far, but sometimes it's just because she's hurt. But other times she just does it because she's in the mood for chaos. But she's grown a lot, so she's not always like that anymore, you know? She's not like she was season 1 where she's like, I'm in the mood for chaos, which is, like, so epic. But, you know, I wasn't in the mood for it, okay, Cheryl? I was not in the mood. Anywho, no. So yeah, Cheryl just makes so much sense. And also, okay, like I was saying, so Cheryl, being the personality that she is, to have her with another girl who almost has, like, the similar personality, because Tony and her are both very headstrong, very strong women, very, you know, confident and fucking kick ass, man. And I'm not saying they're completely alike. Of course, they have their differences. I mean, they come from completely different worlds. And I mean, until recently, they literally were enemies. They were on opposite sides. I mean, when I watched that scene when the Serpents first arrived at school, and Cheryl, let me just say, Cheryl making that entrance down those steps, and even Reggie was turned on, because it was like, holy shit, making that entrance. I'm ashamed to admit it, it was a hot-ass entrance, okay? But anyways, her making that entrance and then, like, her going down there and her and Choni about to fight. And then it goes from, like, that to it goes from Cheryl standing there with, when they have the, because when Cheryl finds out that her family basically murdered all these innocent people for some fucking land, which is just so disgusting, and yet we're celebrating the guy, she's like, nah, 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 nah. I mean, even Cheryl, whose family did this, is like, this is disgusting. And that's coming from Cheryl Blossom, who, season 1, probably wouldn't have cared as much. Like, she's grown so much. I love her so much. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just have to get into her. But, yeah, so we went from, like, that fighting to her standing in front, like, giving her mom the caramel apple, and just going to the front when they were protesting before, you know, Hiram talked it all down. Hiram. That basically sums up Hiram and Fred's, relationship, you want to call it, because it's not a friendship, so relationship, hate ship. Ooh, hate ship, that's a good one. Well, you know what? Fred doesn't really have any bad blood with Hiram. It's Hiram who has bad blood with Fred. Like, dude, like, like, you know what I think? You know, so since he didn't have him, I'm sorry this is getting off topic, but since he didn't have him shot the first time, it was actually Hal, but he had him shot the second time, which makes me think he was nervous that Fred might win. That's why he had him shot the second time, because he was nervous Fred might win, and he didn't want to take that chance. So, I just thought about that, because I was, like, thinking, why would you, if you didn't shoot Fred the first time, which I surely thought he did, I mean, it made sense, like, whatever, okay? It was Hal, okay. But, because Archie did confirm it, he even said he is one of the Black Hoods, he was the one in the diner, but he wasn't the one who shot him the night of the riot, Fred. So, I mean, he confirmed it, which, to me, it's like, I swear to God, it was Hiram, like, ugh, fine, whatever. But anyways, so, yeah, I was like, it just got me thinking, like, yeah, why, like, all of a sudden, of course, it's a perfect night to shoot someone on riot night, because everyone's out going crazy, throwing a riot, like, things are being broken into, people are fucking going nuts, people are fighting, it's a riot. Of course, you can expect stuff to get super out of control. I mean, and no help from any of the cops or sheriffs, because they're under Hiram's thumb like a bunch of little fucking pansy bitches. Yeah, I said it, Sheriff Minetta. No. But yeah, so, I mean, that was the perfect opportunity to have him shot and make it look like it was part of the riot, when in reality, Hiram was nervous Fred might win, and he didn't want to take that chance, so, you know what, Hiram, do it your fucking self. You're so badass, you're so in control. Well, then kill these people yourself, you pansy ass. I love Mark Consalas, but Hiram Lodge. Like, come on, dude. Anyways, I'm sorry I got off topic, guys. But you know what? This is a Riverdale video. Let me just rant it out. You know how Riverdale is. I think you guys understand. You guys have, if you have been on my channel for a while, you know how I feel about my shows. And you know how I feel about Riverdale. And you know how deep I get into it. And I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm a detective at heart. I like to delve into things and look into things and put things together. It's just what I like to do. And I know a lot of you do too, because we're awesome. And if you don't, you're still awesome. I'm just saying. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing it or not doing it, you know? But Riverdale does make you think a lot. So, yeah. Choni. So, yeah, we went from the hating to to her standing up with the serpents, which was such a beautiful moment. Because I would have exactly did the same thing. Like, I applauded Cheryl because, I mean, even she knew how wrong it was that her family member killed all these innocent people for land. For land. Not just, like, force them out. Kill them. I mean, and you want to celebrate this guy? No thank you. I'm good. I'm gonna pass on this. Yeah. More like, I wanted to face the fucking statue. Which, I mean, we all saw what happened there. Tall boy. Working with Hiram. Surprise, surprise. Not. But yeah. Oh my God, it is hot. I'm sorry. I try not to have too many fans on because they make a lot of noise, but I'm hot. So, like, I gotta, like, put some fans on. Okay. I'm weird. I know. I don't know. I'm in a good mood, I think. You know? I'm being better. Being good, positive. So, okay. So, yeah. So, I just love, I of course, love the development. I mean, I think a lot of the characters have great development. Like, a lot of the couples and a lot of not couples yet have such great developments together. But Cheryl and Choni, I mean, that's just a really great development. I mean, to go from hating each other to basically loving each other. Because, I mean, in a short period of time, they have become so close. I mean, she's a serpent now, Cheryl. Which, okay, I mean, I don't think, I mean, like, she's a serpent now, and I know people get upset because, like, Betty wasn't a serpent, you know, but she is going to be Serpent Queen. Not yet. Until it happens, I ain't believing it. Plus, you can still be Serpent Queen and also break up with Jughead. No offense, but sorry, it's true. No. But, you know, she's a serpent now. But, and I understand that people can be upset and stuff, but you got to understand, with Cheryl, it makes a lot of sense. She has no family, really. She has, like, no home, really. I mean, yeah, she has the home she has, but Thornhill or whatever, but I mean, and she has Nana Rose, but she doesn't really have that sense of family, that sense of, you know, people she can turn to, people who really care about her. And I mean, she found that in Choni especially, but now she's going to find it in the serpents, because once you're a serpent, you have the rest of the serpents behind your back at all times. And I mean, she is going to be such a great serpent. Like, she's meant to be a serpent. Like, it makes so much sense. It really does. And I got to say, like, what I love about them too, like I said, I love that Cheryl was bisexual, and I love seeing Cheryl with the girl, because her personality, it's so interesting to see it, instead of with the boy, it's with the girl, who also has the similar personality, but they go so well together. And, like, I don't know, like, oh, God, the way they look at each other, and, I mean, they really barely knew each other, and Tony rescued her, and they had their first kiss, and it was so beautiful and romantic. And I know that Vanessa and them were, like, saying it was gross because it was, like, Madeline was crying, and so there was, like, snot and tears and stuff, but it was such a beautiful scene. Like, Choni, like, I mean, I'm not really upset that we didn't get much in season 2, because, of course, it's Bughead and Barchie always. But, like I said, I think that's because those ships are eventually going to end come season 3. So they're trying to push it until it ends, and then they're going to push the other couples. Because in season 3, Choni better be, like, fucking top priority. Like, we better get some scenes of them. Like, we need more Cheryl. We need more Reggie. Like, I want more Reggie. Like, I like Josie, and we need more Josie. But I want more Reggie and more Cheryl and more Tony and Sweet Pea. And, like, we need more of the serpents. Like, I want, like, just a ton of serpents. Like, I'm a serpent. So, like, give me serpents, man. Like, oh my God, I love the serpents so much. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go off topic. This is just good. I'm probably just gonna title this Riverdale. I wish I could just, like, Riverdale. I don't know. Weird. Okay, so if I don't cut any of this weird stuff out, I hope you still like me after this video. So, okay, yeah. So, Choni. So what I think to happen in season 3, or what I want to happen in season 3 with Choni and Barchie, I basically told you why I ship them. Honestly, it makes sense. And I just see a connection unlike any other. Like, of course, Archie and Betty have their connection, but that's a different connection. That's a friendship connection. That's knowing this person since you were 4 years old connection, you know, living next door to this person connection. Whereas Cheryl and Choni have this, since the beginning even, when they were fighting, they had this undeniable connection that they didn't even realize yet. But as it went on, the season, they started to, you know, instead of Choni backing away from Cheryl because Cheryl was like, get your hands off me, and being all bitchy, she just kept coming back because, you know what? She saw, I think she saw Cheryl for who she really is. Like, even when in the bathroom scene, she even was saying, like, something clearly going on with you. And it's like, this Choni could have easily been like, you know what? This girl Cheryl has been a bitch since the beginning. I almost fought her when I first came here. She's been against us. They've been trying to get us out, blah, blah, blah. Not just her. I'm saying, like, Reggie when he did that stupid writing shit. And all this stuff. And yet she still cared. And even though they had that bathroom scene and Cheryl was bitch to her, which, you know, that's Cheryl. I mean, she's not going to open up just like that. Then it goes to the movie theater scene, and Cheryl and Tony still approaches Cheryl, not caring that she totally just told her off before, and they end up seeing the movie together, and that leads into a lot more beautiful moments for them. And yes, we didn't get that much, but the little bit that we did get, I will say, it made my heart extremely happy, considering always seen, like, I'm not trying to bash them, but considering we see so much of Bughead and Barchie, it's so nice to see something a little different. Even Kevin and Moose kissing was better than, you know, seeing Bughead kissing again, or Barchie. I want to explore in season 3 more of couples, not so much focusing on just 2 couples, because it's getting overrated and old now. Like, I don't know, I'm just done with it. But yeah, I want to mention this. Sorry guys, I'm kind of rambling on and back, but you get where I'm coming from. Like, you know, you understand. But I know a lot of people, including me, was upset that the Choni duet was cut. Okay, now I don't know what it is with Riverdale, and the writers, but I'm extreme. Like with the 100, it was different. Jason, I always kind of had a love-hate relationship with Jason since the beginning of the 100 because he's always been very not good. I won't get into all that. Just look into why Ricky. Well, you know, I won't even get into that. Just look at why. Yeah, just, you know, I had problems. Love-hate relationship. Anyways, so, but with the Riverdale show and writers, I truly, like, I don't know what it is, but I truly believe in them. And I truly believe they know what they're doing. Like, of course, every show has its problems, but I truly believe they know what they're doing. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I believe this, but I feel like they know what they're doing and they're being smart about it. And I know that they're going to do it the right way, you know? So with cutting the duet, the Choni duet, I understand it's very upsetting because, hello, I'm a Barchie fan, and the Barchie duet got cut because Veronica and Betty had to make up and sing a love song to each other. Which, okay, awesome, they made up, but we don't get that kind of scene when Jughead and Barchie make up. Like, I understand they're guys, but can't we have, like, a bro moment where they, like, hug or something? Like, I want to see them make up. Like, I did like Veronica and Betty making up, I did. But did we have to make it into a song instead of having a Barchie duet? Like it's, I don't know. It's just, like, that's when, so I understand your complaints. At least you guys got the deleted scenes. We have yet to get the Barchie duet. I mean, apparently they did film it and everything, but apparently we're just never going to see it. It's just never going to happen, which makes no sense to me. Like, if by the time the DVD comes out and it's not on there, I swear to God, I'm going to start a petition to get this fucking duet because we should have it. Like, I mean, you didn't put it in the show. What's this? Who cares if you send it to us? Just let us see it. I don't care if it's the worst thing ever. I just want to see it. We know you filmed it, so let us see it. So trust me, I understand you with that shit. But yeah, the Choni duet got cut, and thankfully they released it because fans were super upset. I mean, fans went a little too far with threatening Roberto and stuff like, oh my God, like, calm down. No, some of them just were like, I'm gonna kill you, like, you know, crazy shit. I'm not saying Choni fans only, I'm just saying, like, some fans of the show Riverdale were getting really upset with him, like, really upset. And I understand why, but, I mean, taking it a little too far sometimes, you know, I don't go that far. But anyways, so he did release the deleted scene, and I understand why he took it out. I mean, there was, like, you gotta understand, now, you gotta understand also about this episode, it's not even that it was Bughead and Barchie centered, so it wasn't even like it was all focused on Bughead and Barchie, and that's why Choni didn't get any, like, scenes, really, and didn't get their duet. That's not the reason. Honestly, this episode had a lot going on in a short amount of time, and they had a lot of characters doing different things, and a lot of storylines going on, and a death happening at the end. So, I mean, I understand why they cut it. I mean, I guess they saw it as something, like, because when you film the episode, you have to cut it down to a certain amount of time. So you have to cut a lot of scenes out. And I just think they chose that was the scene that wasn't as important to keep in the show. Because you got to understand, as much as you want it, if it's not a scene that needs to be in the episode for the episode to, like, explain itself, you know, then they're going to cut it out. If it doesn't profit towards the episode and what it's about, then they're going to cut it out. And as much as Choni duet as much as people wanted to see that, it wasn't something that was important in this episode, so they chose to cut it out. And I understand that. And I am happy that they at least released the deleted scene, even though, you know, we had to kind of go at them for it. But I am glad that they released a deleted scene, and I do understand why they cut it. I mean, I can understand why you're upset. I'm not upset. I don't know why. I just understand the Riverdale writers. Even with the Barchie duet, it's like, of course, I want the Barchie duet, But at the same time, I'm not upset they didn't put in the episode. Like, I'm not upset that it was cut. You know, I'm not holding any grudges. I'm not like, oh, it could have been so much better if Barchie had a duet. I'm just like, you know, why did it have, like, why couldn't we get that? Why did we have to get Veronica and Betty making up to a love song? Like, did we need that again? I mean, they make up a lot. Like, how many times do we need to see them make up so drastically, you know? Like, I don't know. I love them making up, but did we really need a song for that? Like, you know? But it was a nice scene. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a nice scene, so I will give it that. But yeah, that's what I want to kind of say. And I know some of you are probably like, oh, no, they deleted it because they're... I know some of you think that Roberto is like against LGBT couples, like lesbian, gay, bisexual, all of that. But I really don't think he is. I mean, if he was, he wouldn't have put these two characters together. He wouldn't have made Cheryl bisexual, you know? He wouldn't have made Choni bisexual. Like, he wouldn't have had her say, I like girls more, you know? It's just, he did this for a purpose. And you gotta understand, they started a little late in season 2, so they didn't have much time. And don't forget, the Black Hood storyline was so prominent for such a long time. And the Hiram thing with Archie and that thing going on, that it didn't have a lot of time to focus on Choni. Of course, yeah, it had time to focus on Bughead and Barchie at times. But at least in the musical episode, I can say it wasn't so much focused on Bughead and Barchie, and that's the reason we didn't get a Choni duet. It's just because they only have a certain amount of time to have this show put, like, they only have a certain amount they can put in to have the show aired, you know? So they have to take out a bunch of stuff, and I'm sure they took out a bunch of good stuff, too, other than just the duets. So I'm sure we're missing a bunch of shit. Hopefully it's on the DVD. But, yeah, so I kind of understand why they took it out, but I don't think he's against that. I really don't. I mean, why would he even start this if he was against it, you know? Like, and I do think, now getting into season 3, I really, really hope with season 3 that we get more into, you know, I'm not saying it has to focus on couple season 3. You know, season 1, season 2, it was focused a lot on, you know, killing. See, that's what I like about the end of season. Well, the season 2 finale still had, of course, the killing in it. But at least it wasn't like, oh, there's a killer on the loose. Or, oh, who killed this person? Well, I guess it is kind of like, did Archie kill this guy or did Hiram? It's like, well, who knows? Because all the cops are for Hiram, so they're going to frame Archie. No. But yeah, like, I like that season 2 ended where it's not like, oh my god, another killer's on the loose. You know, it's more like, now it's Hiram and Archie and their fight against each other. And that's going to be epic. No. So yeah, so I do like that because I think season 3 won't focus so much on a killer on the loose. I think season 3 is more going to go into depth of Hiram and Archie and their kind of feud going on with his whole having his dad shot. And then you have Hermione being mayor and her possibly not doing what Hiram wants. Let's hope she doesn't, because I swear to God, if she fucking does, I'm going to be super freaking pissed. But I don't think she will. So hopefully we'll see that. So I feel like that will be like a main thing. You know, also, like, trying to clear Archie's name. I'm sure it's not going to just take one episode to clear his name, you know. It's going to take a couple episodes. And, I mean, then I'm sure season 3 could be the downfall of Hiram Lodge. I totally actually could see that. Season 3 could be the downfall of Hiram Lodge, which would be epic, even though I have a love-hate relationship with him. But, you know, it would still be epic. But anyways, so, yeah, I know, like, that's going to be kind of the vocal point. That's what I think anyways. But I still would like them to focus on some of the other couples. Like, Alice, FP and Alice, can we get a little more into them, a little more into their history, a little more into their story, you know? Reggie and Josie, you know, it was shown that they were seemingly together in the season finale because, you know, they were sitting on the couch, he had his arm around her and stuff. It seemed like they were a couple. All the couples were together. It seemed like they were a couple. So, Reggie and Josie. Plus, I want more Reggie scenes. Like, can we please get more Reggie scenes? Like, you finally have the most perfect Reggie in existence, and yet, he barely gets any screen time. And it's like, when he does, it is the best screen time ever. Sometimes, because sometimes he pisses me off. But other times, I love you, Reggie. But yeah, Charles Melton's so epic. Like, come on, you gotta have more of Reggie when it's Charles Melton playing him. Like, how can you miss out on that? Like, that's a top thing. I really want more Reggie in season 3. I really, really do. And more Cheryl and Choni. Like, I really hope we move away from so much of the Bughead and Barchie. And it's not even that because I'm against them. It's just that season 1 and season 2, even though it had all these epic storylines, it still focused a lot on Bughead and Barchie and their issues and everything that went on around them, and then their fights with each other. And it's like, I just want season 3 to be a little more or less dramatic and like not so much, like, of course it's going to be dramatic, but I don't want it to be dramatic with the fucking Bughead and Barchie again. Like, I just want to focus on the characters who get barely any screen time. Like Ethel, she's so fucking creepy. Like, I want to know what her deal is. Like, you know, like, I mean, I'm sure there's no deal with her, like, but she is super creepy. Like, I'll never forget that scene when, you know, Betty and Veronica lure Chuck over and stuff to her house, and she's, like, watching through the door, and, you know, Betty's kind of losing it at this point, and she's just smiling and closes the door like this is what she wanted. And ever since then, I have just been so creeped the fuck out by her that I'm just like, I don't trust you one bit. I don't trust you. So I want to kind of, I don't know if there's anything more to her, but I don't know. She's creepy as fuck. Am I the only one who thinks so? Like, she is creepy. Not to mention she threatened Cheryl. And she didn't even get the part. Which, you know, that's still very interesting. Is, I understand that she didn't want Cheryl to have the part, but, like, that's another thing. Ooh. She didn't want Cheryl to have the part, so Midge got it. So, like, I don't understand, like, she didn't want, I guess maybe she just didn't want Cheryl to have the part. I know she wanted the part, but in the end, Midge got it. So, like, did she assume she was going to get it, not Midge? Or did she just want Cheryl out? I think maybe she just wanted Cheryl not to be Carrie, but it is interesting how that worked out, how by making those notes and having Cheryl be put out, Midge was the one as Carrie and ultimately led to her death. That's an interesting thing, you know, that is. I'm just saying, she's a creepy-ass motherfucker, so you never know. So yeah, Ethel. But, yeah, I want to focus more on, like I said, the characters. And of course the couples. I'd love to focus on more of Choni. I really want to see more of their development, more of them, not just as a couple, but just, you know, in scenes, together or apart. I want to see more of the serpents, Sweet Pea, Fangs, you know, I want to see more of the serpents. Of course, now that Cheryl's a serpent, I want to see that too. I want to see a lot of serpent Cheryl. I want to see her in her jacket. I want to see that, you know, like I want to see her walking around with her jacket, like all proud with her girlfriend, like, oh my God, it would be so beautiful. And so, I'm sorry, it's so just romantic, her and Tony. Like, when Tony was looking at her when she was getting her jacket, God, if I got someone to look at me like that, honey, I'm set for life. We're married. No. Maybe. No. Yeah. So, season 3, I, of course, like I've said many times, I do think the triangle is going to start in season 3. Not right at the beginning, but I do think it is going to start in season 3. And like I've said, Camila even tweeted, you know, she was like, or not tweeted, but she said, it would be very interesting if Veronica and Archie broke up in season 3. And I was like, honey, what? Yeah, because you guys are, right? You guys are. Now, but I was like, that's interesting and true, because they are going to break up in season 3. Not to mention her father's having him framed for murder. Not saying that's the reason they're going to break up, but I do believe they are going to break up in season 3. I do believe the triangle, like, I feel like season 3 is the perfect time to start it. I mean, season 4 seems like, you know, that's a little too long to wait. Season 3 would be the perfect time to start the triangle, I think. And I think they are going to start it. Whether it be between Betty, Archie, and Jughead, or Betty, Archie, and Veronica, which I'm guessing it's Betty, Archie, and Veronica, since that has been the triangle the writers have talked about being explored in the show. The actors have talked about KJ, all that. So that is the triangle I'm going with, you know? So I do see the triangle starting in season 3, and I see it kind of progressing throughout the season. Hopefully we also get more Choni. Hopefully we get more Tony and Cheryl separately even. Hopefully we get more serpents. Hopefully we get more Reggie. Hopefully we get more Archie and Betty scenes, because even though they're not going to happen right away, and even though the triangle might be going on, I still would like some Archie and Betty friendship scenes. Like, if we go into season 3 again with, like, I'm not saying season 3 episode 1 has to have Barchie scenes right away. I'm just saying, if we go into season 3 and we're like 5 episodes in, let's just say, or 4, and we still have like no actual Betty and Archie interactions, it's going to be disappointing, because even though the triangle might start in season 3, like I think, I still want to see a friendship. Like, they are best friends, and yet I don't see a friendship. Like, I see the friendship, but I don't see it, you know? Like where the fuck, like, can they actually be in a scene together? And when they are, they're either not talking to each other, or they're in a scene, but they're in a scene with, like, 5 other people, and everyone's talking. So, you know, I want to see more of their friendship and more of their history in season 3. You know, before, like, as we get into the triangle, I truly believe that when we get into the triangle, we're going to see more into Archie and Betty's history, and I think that's going to play a huge part in the triangle and why there is a triangle to begin with, you know, because these feelings do exist. And, I mean, Alex Zalabin, I can't say it. But anyway, on Twitter, even said, he didn't say season 3, he just said that well, I'm taking it as season 3 because he didn't exactly say when. He just said that the scene where Archie and Betty, you know, that scene where they were looking at each other through the windows and Jughead was narrating these feelings that have long been buried, shook loose, and he looked at the girl next door as if for the first time, and they just looked at each other, and it was like, oh my God. Because, you know, Betty could have walked away from the window, but she looked, and they looked at each other like, Like, that was a really intense moment. Like, that meant something. You can't deny. Sorry, my phone. But, yeah, so he said that scene is going to be explained and explored. We're going to see more into that scene, you know, and what it meant, which leads me to believe we're going to see more into the kiss and what it meant. It's just taking time because, you know, I think the writers know what they're doing, like I said, and, you know, everything's just been so crazy so far that it hasn't, I guess, had time to focus, even though it upsets me sometimes, especially when we're misled to think, oh, you're going to want to watch this episode if you love Archie and Betty, and then we watch it, and we don't know why we should have watched it because we're a Barchie fan, you know, because there was really nothing there to watch that was Barchie. So, you know, that kind of sucks, being misled. But that was, you know, just a one-time thing, you know, one thing, but still, it sucked. But, yeah, so I hope with season 3, the triangle starts. I hope we get to see more into characters that aren't prominent, like in season 1 and season 2. I want to see, like I said, more of the Serpents, more of Reggie, Fred even. I mean, of course, Fred we see, but we don't see him a lot, you know. I want to see a lot more kids in school. You know, Moose. I want to see more Moose, because if him and Kevin are going to be together, or if him and Kevin are going to be doing something, of course you're going to have to see more of them. That's another thing. See more of Kevin, you know. He's like a main character, and yet he's really not in a lot, you know. He is, but not as much as he should be, and I understand why. I mean, if he doesn't fit into the scene or the episode, you can't just force him in. But with season 3, I want more Cheryl. I want more of Reggie, Tony, Sweet Pea, Fangs, all the Serpents. Yeah, I said Josie, right? I said Josie, yeah. And Ethel, I mean, I want to see, like, what's up with her. Like, something's up with her, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like there's something more to her, but who knows? That could be nothing. I mean, maybe there is nothing more to her, but I don't know. She's creepy. So, come on. There has to be more to her story. But, yes, and Kevin and Moose. So, I hope we get more, like, characters, screen time. Like, I hope we get more screen time for characters who deserve it and who, like, should be, instead of, like I said, so much of Bughead, Barchie, Bughead, Barchie, Bughead, Barchie, Barchie, Bughead, Bughead, Barchie, you know, so many of those scenes. Hopefully we get a little more into the other characters and their stories and their relationships and their history, like FP and Alice. I hope we get to see their history, especially if Jellybean is supposed to apparently come in season 3, which I don't know if that means her mom is coming. I'm assuming so. Hopefully it's Neve Campbell. Please, Scream. Her and Skeet were epic. Like, dude, I hope it's her. Like, if they ask her, like, they should at least ask her. Like, if they're gonna have Gladys come in season 3, they should at least ask Neve and just see if she wants to do it. And if not, okay, then, you know, just audition other people. But at least ask her first. I really think they should, because I think she would be fucking epic. And I could totally see her in Riverdale. Like, I honestly could see it right now. And she would play the perfect person. Like, I could just totally see it. Totally see it. Like, you know, it really does actually make sense. Like, it's meant to be. But, yeah, so if Jellybean's going to be in season 3, and in the comics, Jellybean and Veronica have this friendship, you know, they bond, and I really hope the characters stick with that in season 3. If Jellybean does come to season 3, like it's been told, I really hope we see her and Veronica bond. And I really hope in that process we see Veronica and Jughead bond, because like I said, I really want to see a friendship between Veronica and Jughead. I know they'll get together eventually. Like, I know they're going to get together eventually, whether it be a couple or they hook up or what. I know they're going to happen. Like, I just know it. Like, they're like Choni. They're from opposite sides, but they're meant to be, man. Like, they're meant to be. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They just are. You know, like, and the tension, man. They do have some intense tension. Yeah, it's crazy. But, I really want to see a friendship develop between them, and I really hope we do. Please. Like, yes, of course I want them together, but I really, 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 like, that's my top thing, too, is to have a friendship between Jughead and Veronica develop in Season 3, and I really hope it does. Like, they ended Season 2 on good terms, so I'm really hoping that Season 3, you know, they start a friendship, they get closer. I really am hoping for that. They get more screen time, just the two of them, and yeah, that's what I definitely want. So that's what I want for Season 3. I'm sorry this was rambly, but I just had so much to say about Riverdale, and things just kept coming in my mind about Riverdale, so I kind of just wanted to get it all out there. And if you watched to the end, thank you so much. I'm sorry for being rambly and myself, but that's just me. Sorry. But yeah, thank you for watching to the end, and I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, that is basically what I had to say. I mean, that's what I want for Season 3. That's what I hope for Season 3, expect for Season 3. I have high hopes for Season 3. I mean, one of the writers, I believe it was, said Season 3 equals best season yet. And I was like, I retweeted it. I believe that, or I truly believe that, because I truly do believe that Season 3 is going to be one of the best seasons, even though the Black Hood storyline was the best fucking storyline. Like, it's so epic, and it's not over, because Hal, of course, is still going to be in Season 3. Like, his story is not done, especially Paulie, Season 3, Paulie, Chick coming back in Season 3, because he's still alive. But yeah, so, oh my god, what the fuck I was saying? Oh yeah, so the Black Hood storyline was great and everything in Season 2, but apparently Season 3 is going to be the best season yet, and I truly do believe that. I have high hopes for it. I feel good about it. I feel good about what's going to happen. You know, I feel good about the writers, and I have faith in them, and I truly believe in them. So I'm keeping the faith. You know, I'm keeping it like, yeah, this is going to be the best season. I believe it. I know it. You know, it is, until I watch it, and if it's a disappointment, which Riverdale's not a disappointment, but certain things that happen can be kind of a disappointment, you know, certain things that play out, and, you know, what's focused on more than other stuff kind of is a disappointment. But Riverdale itself is never a disappointment, because I just love the show so much. Like, it's fucking so addicting. Like, it's so good. Like, how people don't watch the show, like, like, it's so good. Like, okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you for watching. Sorry for rambling on more, but yeah, I have got so much to say about Riverdale. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna go. So